So much like I do with women, I don't particularly discriminate against motorcycles. I like all motorcycles, big ones, small ones. They're all fun to ride, you know? It's a different kind of fun. Like today I'm out on the 1600 Kawasaki Mean Streak. We're not really going anywhere particular. And honestly, for what I'm doing right here, this isn't even my favorite bike to do it on. This big girl, well, she's technically a muscle cruiser. Basically, it's the the Vulcan 1600. They hopped it up a little bit. And for a larger cruiser, it's actually pretty light, man. About 650 pounds. This thing's cool. I use it for like when I need to go above 65 miles an hour for the longest time. Fuel mileage, freaking tanks when we go that far. Because being a muscle bike, she ain't really geared for the highway. And I'm pretty sure the Speedo's not accurate based on some GPS testing I've done, but that might be tire size. We're going to need some of those soon anyway. So we're going to try to track down, you know, the stock size tires if that's not what's on here. And if that is what's on here, I can't believe the speedometer's off as much as it is. But she does really good on state highways and stuff like that. Interstates, she knocks interstates like no problem, baby. About knocked into the back of this Mazda because I ain't freaking paying attention. And for me personally, I think that's what a big bike is suited for. I don't get how some of these guys, you know, and I'm talking like the big touring bike guys, like the road glides, street glides, another glide maybe, I don't know. Everything has the name glide after it. Seems like it. Road Kings are technically like one of those glides without the fairing, right? I don't know. I don't know much about Harleys, man. And I just don't get how you guys use those bikes as like your daily ride. I mean, if you're doing a lot of interstate travel, okay, cool, but like in-town stuff? I mean, personally for me, it seems like it'd be a pain in the butt. Almost a discouragement. Or deterrent? Yeah, deterrent. A deterrent to actually go out and ride. I wouldn't want to be like wrestling a freaking grizzly bear, I'd imagine, this whole time. And of course, as always, you know, I'm a huge fan of personal choice. I personally don't really care what motorcycle you ride as long as you are riding motorcycles. Because that's what we need. We need as many people on two wheels as possible. I'm not going to say to fight back against the car people, but to push back against stupid legislation for stupid stuff like lane filtering's not legal here in North Carolina. It probably should be. I ain't trying to get rear-ended by someone not paying attention, by freaking Becky, the soccer mom, on her freaking phone, trying to figure out what kind of baked potato she is instead of paying attention driving the road. Which I wouldn't necessarily want a lane filter or split, whatever, with all the freaking stuff that's on it now. You know, previous owner put a batwing fairing on it. I put a crash bar on it because I wanted to put my feet up on the highway. I got some Viking bags, and honestly, they're not as, you know, they're about to stick out as far as the crash bars, but yeah, I'm just kind of nervous about it, you know? All it takes is one freaking, you know, bad judgment call, or somebody not paying attention wanting to merge lanes real quick or change lanes, you know? And some people say, hey man, maybe you should just do it anyway, but a lot of people around here don't expect it. They don't expect you to be doing that thing. They don't expect a car or a motorcycle to be going in between rows of cars. They just don't expect it. And I'm sure there's some guys out in California where you got the biggest bagger with every single option known to man, stereo, blasting, AC, DC, whatever you guys listen to, freaking filtering like it's nothing. Now don't get me wrong, I definitely like riding this 1600, for sure. I just don't think it's the right tool for every scenario. Which is why if you can, the best thing I can recommend to anybody is to own multiple motorcycles. Ones that are different enough, that do different things and used for different purposes. Like for instance, I not only have my 1600 Mean Streak, I got a Honda Shadow Bobber. It's all chopped up, all got good stuff. Little 125cc Grom clone, that's a lot of fun. But I couldn't see riding this as my main bike every day. And I guess that doesn't make me a man. I guess I'm not man enough. Just not cool enough of a guy to want to ride some big hog every day. But trying to do, yeah, slow speed stuff like this on a big bike all the time, it just seems like it'd get tiring. Like I'm on a bike to relax, you know, I want to feel the wind, get out of my own head for a little bit. 10 times easier on a lighter bike dodging speed bumps like this. And I know once the bike's rolling, all the balance is pretty much the same for the most part, but I mean, once you get the hang of it though, you're kind of, once you master the machine, I'm not a master of this machine. Mainly because it's not my main ride. I don't ride it every day. And it's the only bike I have with a hydraulic clutch. And honestly, after a while of the in-town complete shifting all the time, up and down, first, second, third, I'm starting to get my hand strength up a little bit. Everything else I have is cable. It's super duper easy. It's just the pressure on this one. And I don't know if that's part of that Barnett's clutch kit, if it just makes it harder to pull. And if you guys do know that, let me know in the comments. And with all that being said, a big hats off and a big salute to you guys riding big heavy bikes all the time. Or at least on a day-to-day basis in like an urban kind of environment. Because yikes. Wouldn't be my first choice. And as much as I love my Kawasaki Mean Streak 1600, much like my ex-fiancée, if I had to put up with her every day, I don't know if I could do it. I'm just kidding. She was actually really nice. We were just really young and, you know, just things happen. So, anywho, when you're in your early 20s, you know, you think you have everything figured out, and sometimes you don't. And actually, what I want to do with this bike, this probably isn't the best bike for it, mainly because it is a muscle cruiser, but we're starting to get it ready. Previous owner put a Batwing fairing on it. I put some crash bars on it so I can get my feet up when I'm rolling. We got some Viking bags, and I recently put a police top box on this thing, or a police style top box. Or I guess technically it's a police style tour pack. I keep wanting to call it a top box, which, I don't know, they're kind of one and the same. And if you want to see what that looks like, you can check that video out right here. As always, y'all be good. See ya.